Good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome to Friday's Tea and Toast. Morning, Luke.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm all right. You?
Yeah, good. Thanks. Yeah.
Well, actually, no, I'm not all right. I'm really tired today. I've been up since 4:30 this morning. Oh, I know. My brain won't turn off. So yeah, I was downstairs having a cup of coffee at 4:45 this morning. You know when you're laying in bed and you think, oh, I might as well just get up.
No point, is there? Get up and have a coffee and get on with the day.
I know, exactly. But then the trouble is now, with it being 11 o'clock, I feel like it's about 4 in the afternoon. I'm absolutely shattered. I was just telling Luke before we came on, my brain's not working, and I was doing my reading earlier and I had a real mishap with a word I was supposed to say. So if anyone was watching that, I do apologise. But yeah, I'm tired today and I'm really glad it's Friday, to be honest. Aren't you?
I am, yeah.
I'm
looking forward to the weekend.
Oh,
getting a Christmas tree up at the weekend.
Are you?
Yeah.
Do you have a real one?
No, we've got like it looks real, but it's not. It's a fake one.
Okay. See, we have a real one every year. So we're going to. It's called Welford Tree Christmas Farm. You go and like walk around, pick your own, and bring it home. Yeah. But we're not going till next Saturday because that's the thing with the real. As much as I'd like to get it all up and that now, with the real one, if I put it up now, it won't make it till Christmas. I don't think.
You got to time it perfectly.
Yeah, exactly. Although, like, I've got my wreath on my door because I started to get a bit Christmassy. Although my husband, he's like against all of this. He keeps seeing people on Facebook like putting up their trees and stuff ready. He's like, you do not put any Christmas decorations up until the 1st of December, and no earlier. So every day he's gone to work, there's been a little addition to. So my wreath went up on Monday, and then I've got
putting him up.
Yeah, and then I've got these 2 reindeers that got like lights on them, like twinkly lights that come on at about 4 in the afternoon. So they've gone out the front now. I have them by my front door. And then I've got this little Christmassy thing to go on by my fireplace. And he literally come home the other day and he's like, so what's going on? Why are you getting all these Christmas decks out? I said, I thought we weren't doing it till the 1st. I was like, well, you might say that, but the kids want to get it all out. We've said this weekend we're going to get all the decks from up in the lockdown, and both of my kids, they have like a mini Christmas tree in their bedroom, so they can decorate that. So I thought, well, they can do that this weekend. At least, is your daughter excited to get?
She is, yeah. She's excited to get the tree up and decorations. I've watched Christmas films as well.
Yeah. We have like a family tradition on we call it Christmas tree day. So the day when we do our Christmas tree, we have like Christmas music blaring out. We get all party food, and we have like a buffet of party food, and just make it, then afterwards have like a Christmas film on. So it's just, a really nice Christmassy day.
That's good. My kind of day.
Yeah, get into the spirit of it. I think especially after yesterday's news, because obviously when we spoke yesterday, we didn't know what tiers and stuff we were going into, did we? No. And then, let's fast forward 24 hours. Don't know about you. I just feel like, I know you're on tier 3 and I'm tier 2. I just feel like it's just another word for lockdown, because the only thing that's changed in my area is that the shops are going to open, but we can't mix any households. So I had a couple of nights in the diary, like to meet up with some friends and have like a Christmas get together. You can't meet anyone, so there's not a lot of difference to what we were before. What about you guys?
Well, with all the tiers, is it not where? Just 1 second, sorry.
Just having a little technical
try that. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Still, hold on a minute. I'm trying to sort this sound out. It's
not working. Not playing ball.
Right, let me try these.
Just bear with us while Luke has a little technical moment.
Right, okay. What were we saying, sorry?
About the tiers.
Yeah, we're in tier 3. And like you, I think nothing's really changed with like you say, just lockdown again.
Yeah.
But with all the tiers, all the shops are open with all the tiers.
All the tiers, whatever tier you're in, the shops are open. I think the difference is between sort of tier 3, the pubs aren't allowed to open at all, are they? They have to do a takeaway service. My tier, the pubs are allowed to open, but they have to serve a substantial meal. So you can't just go down the pub for a drink. You've got to have something substantial to eat. But also you can only go there with your household. So like I was literally saying to my husband last night, so if we want to go to the pub, I have to go with you and the kids. I mean, that sort of defeats the object to me. I want to go to the pub to get away from them, not to go with them. I need a break. So yeah, the only difference is like I can go out to the shops at the weekend, which I don't know. Feels all a bit
that brings on to what we want to talk about anyway, don't it? Because the shops are open. I feel like it's just a way for them to get the shops open for Christmas.
I know.
But keep everyone in lockdown. Really.
Yeah, they want to boost the economy, but keep us all from mixing. And I mean, I said earlier that I was up at 4:30 this morning. Do you know what I was doing? I was online looking at Black Friday stuff. It's like, right, you know, can I get any bargains? Because previous years, I've got some really good stuff on Black Friday. But I do find you end up buying stuff you probably don't need or don't really, do you know what I mean? I get sucked into it all. I don't know about you, but I'm one of them people. I get so sucked into the whole Black Friday, and it's like, it was this amount and now it's this. And I'm like, oh my God, I need that robotic Hoover for, you know, not that I've got one of those, but, you know, just for an example. Like, you buy stuff you don't need, but it's very addictive. I mean, do you do any Black Friday shopping?
No, I did buy something like years ago when Black Friday was, I think it was quite a new thing here, weren't it? Because it was in America and then came here.
American thing come over to us, isn't it?
Yeah, but I was looking for a telly at the time, and I got a telly from there, which I thought was a good deal, but it wasn't a good deal because all they did was put the price up before Black Friday, and then they put it back to what it should be during Black Friday. They inflate the prices
prior, so then you feel like you're getting this amazing deal, and actually it's, you know, you're just getting conned.
Especially this close to Christmas when we've got Black Friday, and people are just going to feel like they should be spending.
I know. Well, this is it. It's a funny old thing because it's so easy to get sucked into. I think if you've got a list of things you know you definitely want and you're looking for Christmas, I do know like people who hold off till Black Friday just to see if they can get it any cheaper. But it can sort of lull you into buying stuff that really you don't need and sort of overspending just before Christmas when you don't need it.
Yeah.
I mean, what I've noticed this year is it used to just be Black Friday, but the places have been having sales all week, like pre-Black Friday, this, that, and the other. So
Black Weekend, then Cyber Monday, and all this kind of stuff. And
so it's not just a day anymore. This has been going on for weeks and weeks. So yeah, I don't know. It's one of them things. I think it can be dangerous when Luke, couldn't see you then. You went all dark. You went completely dark then.
Yeah.
Don't move. Yeah, I think it does put a lot of pressure on people, and you know, if you're like me, I'm so easily suckered into all these things that it can end up you spending money where you don't really need to, and can't really afford to. But then I think there's that's a whole load of pressure at Christmas anyway, isn't there? For parents and grandparents, and you know, Christmas is a stressful time and a pressurized time for people.
Yeah, it is. It is, and it's especially when you've not got the money. I mean, at the moment, there's a lot of people not got the money they had last year or the year before, because of the whole lockdown and coronavirus stuff. But with, like you say, Black Friday and the sales and everything that are before Christmas, and because it's Christmas itself, people feel like they should be spending. Even if they've not got the money, they feel like they're guilty for not buying the things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's every year. That's every Christmas. But this Christmas, I think probably even more so.
I have heard like a lot of people feel like they need to compensate this year for the children. You know, it's, you know, perhaps not having the Christmas that they normally would, or they've missed out on so many things this year. So maybe a lot of parents are feeling like, maybe they need to compensate over. I don't think you need to. I saw a brilliant thing on Facebook yesterday that was saying, you know, do you remember what you got for Christmas when you were 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? I don't. But do you remember like going to your nan and granddad's house, or do you remember everyone coming to your house and everyone sitting around the table and pulling crackers and playing games, and you know, your dad falling asleep on the sofa after? It's those memories that we remember. I couldn't tell you what I got for Christmas when I was growing up. Could you?
No, I couldn't. But like you say, it's the other things that you remember. The actual time and the things that you're doing, people you're seeing. You know, it's not the most important part, is it? No.
But then I guess
it's made to feel like it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. There's that thing that's saying, you know, it's not what's under the Christmas tree, it's who's around it, which I think is you know, real.
Very true. Yeah.
Very true. But then I guess maybe this year it's a bit different, because maybe some people aren't going to be able to celebrate with their loved ones the way they would normally. You know, I know we've got these 5 days over Christmas, 23rd to the 27th. They're allowed to celebrate and see people, but you know, maybe some people still, if you've got vulnerable parents or grandparents or things like that, maybe people aren't going to get to have that family time. And maybe that's, you know, maybe making people feel like they have to compensate in sort of some other way. It's difficult. It's a difficult one. I mean, there's just so much pressure on parents. I think it's a funny thing, because when your children get to an age where they're in school, when they talk to their friends about perhaps what they've asked Father Christmas for, or you know, what their parents are getting them, that's where the pressure comes, because then they come home and say, oh, well, Jimmy in my class, he's getting an iPhone 12, and you know,
and that's what builds up the pressure, and that's what makes you feel guilty and makes you feel like almost like you're competing. Definitely. You know, a lot of people can feel like it's a bit of a competition, and to keep up with what other people are getting,
and then end up getting themselves in debt.
Exactly, and it's the pressure of it, and it's, you know, you've got the money worries of it, you've got the, you know, the mental health part of it as well. You know, you're worrying about, you can't get this, you can't get that, but you have to get it. You don't have to get it. You don't. No. It's just too much pressure on people this time of the year, especially with this year.
Yeah, I think it's a difficult one, because every family does it slightly different. Like, for example, if Jimmy in school has asked Father Christmas for an iPhone 12 and his mum and dad are getting it for him, so then, you know, someone whose family can't afford something like that, it's like, well, Santa brought Jimmy an iPhone 12. And there can be those comparisons made, can't there, where children will find it hard to understand that, because obviously they still believe, which is amazing. I never want my kids not to believe. But that's where the pressures come in, because Santa brings different things and different amount of things for each family, doesn't he?
That's it, and it's explaining that. It's explaining that to your children, isn't it? You know, just explain to them.
Yeah, well, literally, you know? So my kids are allowed to ask Father Christmas for 3 things, and then they know that, like, Mummy and Daddy will get them a few other bits. So they were writing their letters the other day, and we've always done that. It's just always, I don't know why, it's just always been the thing. And we were writing the letters the other day, and literally my son said to me, oh, so-and-so is allowed to ask for 10 things from Santa. I said, oh, okay. Well, that's obviously how it works in his family. I said, but we ask for 3 things, and then Mummy and Daddy buy you some bits as well, you know? But that's a difficult one, explaining that, isn't it? You know, well, why does Santa buy 10 for one person and 3 for another, and perhaps only 1 for someone else?
Yeah, it is. It is, yeah. It's hard for them to understand.
Yeah.
It's hard for them to understand.
Without ruining the magic, and which none of us want to do, we want our children to believe for as long as possible. So without ruining the magic, how do you explain that to them? And, you know, therein lies the pressure on parents in all different ways. I mean, literally yesterday, we just sat chatting, and my son just threw into the mix, oh, I think I'd like a PS5 for Christmas. Sorry?
That's not cheap.
No, I know. I was having a look. I mean, he's not getting one. He's already done his letter to Father Christmas, and Father Christmas has already got those presents ready for him. So he's not getting one. But then he started going.
Died his Father Christmas, isn't he?
He's good, isn't he? He started saying, well, this person's got one, that person's got one, that person's got one. And I said, well, you know, you can't have everything. But then it made me, I know I shouldn't feel bad, but then I even started looking at, can I get a PS5 anywhere? I can't get, even if I wanted to, I can't get one because they're sold out.
That's what happens.
Because they're sold out. Yeah. And also, I'm not spending I've already spent enough. I'm not spending 500 quid on, you know, and I did sort of say to him, well, you know, why don't you start saving for one? You'll get money for Christmas and you'll get, you know, you've still got birthday money. You start saving for one. And then perhaps, you know, then the prices might go down a bit and I might be able to help him out a bit. But yeah, it's that pressure again. I can't believe I even then went online to see if I could buy one. Good job they're sold out everywhere.
It is the pressure. And then it's not helped with, you know, adverts, for example. You know, they're everywhere now. They're everywhere. With a little small print at the bottom with a price. But no, I mean, you can't escape it. You know, kids are going to see what the things that they want, and they're going to see them on adverts and in books, and friends talk about them at school. And then they come home, then they tell the parents, and the parents feel guilty because they can't get it. So then, like you just said with the PlayStation, you're going to try and find a way to get it. Yeah. So it is.
It's ridiculous.
People need to remember it. It's been a hard year. Not a lot of people have got the money for it.
No.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
It's we had this is quite a few. Well, I'd probably say about 4 weeks ago, we had the Smith's catalogue put through our door. There was 2 of them for some reason. I don't know why. So it's a bit like, you know, back in the day when we used to go through the Argos catalogue and Circle or whatever it was. Anyway, so my son and my daughter both sat down and started circling stuff in the Smith's catalogue. And literally, my daughter, every page, this. It was insane. So just to make a point, I said to my daughter and my son, I said, right, get a calculator. I want you now to total everything that you've circled to see how much it can do. Do you know how much it was?
Go on.
£4,390. 4,000. Wow. She doesn't really have any concept of money. She's only just turned 7. So she'll look at it. Well, that's only 239. Do you know what I mean? She still hasn't got it. But to think that everything she totaled came to over £4,000, I mean, that is just insane. I'm like, absolutely not. You are not having even half of that. But there you go. Therein lies the pressure that, oh gosh, you know, she wants this, she wants that.
There's a church around the corner from me where I don't go to church, but they do a thing where you take toys every year, and they send them to different countries for children that ain't got toys. But this year they've changed it. They've changed it so that when you can buy brand new toys or give good condition like used ones. But they're not sending them abroad this year. What they're doing is kind of like, it's like a food bank kind of thing. So parents can go and, you know, if you can't afford to buy presents this year, you can get presents from there.
That's so nice.
I thought it was a really good idea.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, just as in the food banks help people, that could be so helpful for people at the
really
minute.
Helpful. Yeah.
And also,
that's in Leicester. Maybe we could look and see if there's anything else in Northampton.
I think we should have a look and see if there's anything going on in Northampton, because, you know, I'm sure you know yourself, being a parent, but don't you find sometimes the toys you get the kids, they're desperate for this, then they hardly play with it, then they're done with it, and they can be in such good condition that they're too good to throw away. And to another child, that could be like practically brand new and, you know, absolutely be a great present. Oh, I love that.
It's a really good idea.
Yeah, I wonder if there's something like that in Northampton. I'm going to have a look into that and see, because I think that might be really something quite lovely that we could maybe get involved with, or I don't know.
Definitely, yeah. Or maybe
I'll have a look this afternoon. I'll have a little Google and see if there's anything like that in Northampton, or perhaps there's any way that we could do something, you know, lockdown or, well, you know, COVID allowing and whatnot. I guess that's the only thing. COVID with it, it'd have to be like sanitized. You know,
so many things you got to think of now, isn't it? Taking things from people, giving to other people.
I know. No, definitely. Just slightly change the subject. I was even thinking about Like my kids, they normally like send Christmas cards to their class and people in their school, and the school normally has like a post box inside where they all post them, and then they get delivered out. And I thought, they're probably not going to be able to do that this year, are they? With too many different hands touching.
Yeah, I mean, we've already had a letter home saying that my daughter can't take Christmas cards to school.
Oh, really?
For teacher or friend, teacher or
For
friends.
teacher either?
Yeah, for no one. Yeah, I mean, last during the first lockdown, it was she ended her first year in lockdown. Missed quite a few months of it, but even then, we got an email saying that you can't. Normally, you would buy a teacher a present or a card or something, but you can't do that now.
See, we were still allowed because obviously, the kids finished school. Although my son wasn't back, but he went back for one day. But my daughter was back. But we sent in gifts. We weren't told we weren't allowed to. But I wonder wwhether Christmas. I'm surely they've got to with the card things with all the children, because that's just going to be way too much. But so now it's all these different things to think about now, isn't it? This is what it's just not going to be. I mean, I don't send Christmas cards generally anymore. Anyway, I tend to donate to charity because there's a few reasons. A, I find it such a pain writing them out. It's like I haven't got that time. B, I don't. It sounds awful, and I don't mean to be bar humbug, but I don't even really like receiving Christmas cards because they just litter the whole. I don't want them all up. Do you know what I mean? I know it sounds awful, and I just feel like it's just a complete way. I don't know. So if anyone was going to send me a Christmas card, I won't be offended. But so I think my money is better spent doing a donation to a charity, which is what I normally do. But also, I find
thing, is it? You don't have to send Christmas cards.
No, I know. But also, it's with the kids having to write like 30 cards for each class. I'm the one that normally ends up writing to so and so. And then they just write love, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's like 60 cards I've got to write. Which, I mean, I'm not, it's sad for the kids because they used to love coming home with different, cards in their book bags and whatnot. But, it's only for a year, isn't it? I think they'll survive. It's going to be a funny old
Christmas. Tinsel where the Christmas card used to be on the wall. Have to stick something else there now.
Get some Christmas decks to fill those spaces instead. I think it's better anyway. But I just think, it's just going to be a different sort of Christmas this year. And we've all just got to make the best of it, haven't we? That's all we can do. It's all we can do. Don't go too crazy over those 5 days, but still, if you want to see people, see them. But just hope that...
Don't get yourself in too much of a mess if you can't afford something.
Yeah.
That's important.
I'll have a look into that toy bank thing, and perhaps when we do a tea and toast next week, I can sort of update and see anything or if there's anything going on, because that might be quite handy for people to know.
Definitely.
Yeah, just try not to bow to the pressure, I guess. That's the I don't even know what the saying is. You know what I mean? That's the
final thought.
Yeah, final thought of the morning. Try not to bow to the pressure. Just do your best, and remember that they're not going to remember in a few years' time what you got them anyway. I can't remember really what the kids got last year. Bet they can't, but they will remember.
Spend some time. Just spend some time.
They'll remember the family time, and definitely.
Just enjoy the time. But it is different. We're not going to be able to go everywhere we want and buy the things we want. So it's a different Christmas, and just
make the most of it. Enjoy it.
Don't stress too much about it.
Yeah, definitely. All right. On that note, I think we'll call it a day. So it was great to chat with you this morning, Luke.
And you.
Hope everybody has a great weekend. Enjoy. I think it's going to be sunny but cold, so wrap up and get out and get a bit of fresh air.
Yeah, it's really foggy here. Last night
I saw on the weather. I saw on the weather it was going to be foggy, but it's not foggy here at all. It hasn't been. I think we've missed it.
Yeah, last night was really foggy. I mean, it took me over, I think, hour and 20 minutes to get back from Northampton.
Did it?
Because the fog last night was really bad. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, well, anyway, have a great weekend, everybody.
Yeah,
we'll be back
and you.
next Tuesday. Yeah, have a good one then. Take care. Bye.
See you later.